Gentlemen, let me tell you something powerful. True attraction is not about flashy cars, six-packs, or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about how you carry yourself, the habits you cultivate, and the energy you radiate every single day. Women are not drawn only to looks. They are drawn to presence, confidence, and the strength of character that comes from within. When you walk into a room, your posture speaks before you even open your mouth. Stand tall, not with arrogance, but with quiet assurance. A man who knows who he is and doesn't need to shout about it naturally commands respect. Your discipline in how you work, how you dress, how you handle pressure, these are the small habits that tell a woman you can lead, protect, and inspire. Consistency is magnetic. Show up for your goals, your health, your dreams. When you stay true to your word, people trust you, and trust is deeply attractive. Don't underestimate the power of good manners either. Respect is timeless. It never goes out of style. The way you listen, the way you speak, the way you treat others. These things reveal more about your masculinity than anything else. Strength is not just physical, it is emotional resilience. Can you stay calm when life throws chaos at you? Can you encourage instead of complain, act instead of blame? That's the kind of strength that makes women feel safe and valued. Remember, masculinity is not about dominating but about leading with purpose. It's about ambition, drive, and the quiet fire that pushes you to be better every day. Build habits that sharpen your mind, your body, and your spirit, and you won't just turn women on, you'll inspire them, respect them, and attract them naturally. Confidence through presence. Women are attracted to men who carry themselves with quiet assurance, not arrogance. Discipline and consistency. Daily habits, commitment to goals, and reliability signal strength and trustworthiness. Respect and manners. Genuine respect in words, actions, and treatment of others is a timeless masculine trait. Emotional resilience. The ability to stay calm under pressure and face challenges with strength is highly attractive. Purposeful masculinity. True masculinity is about leading with purpose, not domination. Continuous self-improvement. Building the mind, body, and spirit creates natural attraction and lasting respect. Confidence is one of the strongest signals of attraction, and it begins with presence. When you walk into a room, before you say a word, people notice how you carry yourself. Standing tall with your shoulders back and maintaining steady eye contact communicates far more than flashy clothes or expensive accessories ever could. This kind of presence isn't about arrogance or trying to dominate, it's about showing quiet assurance in who you are. Women are naturally drawn to men who exude this calm confidence because it reflects self-awareness and strength. True confidence doesn't come from showing off, it comes from inner belief. A man who trusts his own decisions, who doesn't second-guess his worth, and who doesn't need constant validation, becomes magnetic. Women can sense when you are secure in yourself, and that security creates a safe and attractive energy. Presence is about being fully engaged in the moment, listening when someone speaks, being aware of your surroundings, and not shrinking back when attention falls on you. It's important to understand that confidence is built, not gifted. Developing this habit means practicing self-discipline, facing fears, and stepping into uncomfortable situations until they no longer control you. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, every time you push through self-doubt, your presence grows stronger. This doesn't mean you'll never feel nervous or unsure. It means you've learned how to carry those feelings with composure. Ultimately, women are turned on not just by looks, but by the energy a man brings. A strong, confident presence says, "I know who I am, and I am enough." That message is irresistible. It shows you're capable of handling challenges, taking the lead, and standing firm in who you are, a quality far more attractive than any superficial display. Discipline and consistency are two of the most powerful habits a man can cultivate and they play a huge role in attraction. Women notice when a man is reliable, steady, and committed to his goal. These qualities send a clear message that he is not easily shaken, that he can be trusted, and that he has the strength to follow through on what he says. In a world where many people give up when things get hard, the man who stays consistent stands out as rare and valuable. Discipline shows up in the small daily actions: waking up on time, staying focused on your work, taking care of your health, and keeping your word. These things build a foundation of respect. A disciplined man doesn't need to announce his ambitions, because his actions prove his dedication. When a woman sees a man who lives with purpose and maintains structure in his life, she instinctively feels that he can handle responsibility and lead effectively. Consistency is equally powerful. It's not about being perfect, but about showing up day after day, even when motivation fades. Anyone can work hard when they feel inspired, but true strength lies in continuing when it's inconvenient, tiring, or difficult. Women are drawn to men who are dependable, because consistency signals stability. It shows that your emotions, your commitments, and your actions are not fleeting, but grounded. Together, discipline and consistency create trust. A man who embodies these habits doesn't just attract admiration, he inspires confidence in others. Women find it deeply attractive when a man lives by his principles and proves, through repeated action, that he is dependable. It tells them he's not just chasing temporary wins, but building something lasting, and that kind of energy is magnetic. Respect and manners are timeless qualities that never lose their power to attract. No matter how much society changes, a man who treats others with genuine respect will always stand out. Women notice not only how you treat them, but also how you treat people around you: waiters, colleagues, strangers, even those who cannot offer you anything in return. This reveals your true character. A respectful man shows emotional intelligence, maturity, and strength, which are all deeply appealing. Good manners are not about being overly formal, they are about thoughtfulness and consideration. Simple gestures, such as holding the door, listening attentively without interrupting, or offering a genuine compliment, show that you value people. Women are turned on by men who know how to balance strength with kindness. Respect creates an atmosphere of safety, and safety is one of the strongest foundations of attraction. When a man speaks with courtesy and treats others fairly, it communicates control over his impulses. It shows he doesn't need to put others down to feel powerful. Instead, his power is rooted in confidence and dignity. Women are highly intuitive, and they can quickly sense arrogance or disrespect. On the other hand, they are naturally drawn to men whose actions demonstrate integrity. Respect also extends to boundaries. A man who honors a woman's space, opinions, and individuality is far more attractive than one who tries to dominate or control. It demonstrates that he values her not just as someone to impress, but as a person worthy of honor. Ultimately, respect and manners are reflections of inner strength. They are small habits that speak volumes, building trust, admiration, and attraction. A man who embodies respect doesn't need to demand attention, he earns it naturally. Emotional resilience is one of the most underrated traits that make a man genuinely attractive. Life is unpredictable, full of challenges, setbacks, and moments that test patience and strength. A man who can navigate these difficulties without losing composure demonstrates a deep inner power. Women are drawn to this kind of stability because it signals that he can handle not just everyday stress, but also the unpredictable moments life throws at a relationship. Emotional resilience creates a sense of security, which is far more attractive than any superficial display of wealth or status. Being emotionally resilient doesn't mean ignoring feelings or pretending everything is fine. It means acknowledging emotions, processing them, and responding thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. A man who can stay calm in stressful situations, make clear decisions under pressure, and support others during tough times shows strength that is both practical and magnetic. Women notice when a man remains steady and dependable, even when circumstances are chaotic. Resilience is also reflected in how a man deals with personal setbacks. Instead of giving up after failure or blaming others for his circumstances, he learns from experiences, adapts, and moves forward. This mindset demonstrates perseverance, ambition, and maturity, all qualities that inspire admiration and attraction. Moreover, emotional resilience allows a man to maintain healthy relationships. He can communicate effectively, handle conflicts without aggression, and provide emotional support when needed. Women instinctively feel drawn to men who can create calm amidst turbulence, because it signals that he can protect not just physically, but emotionally as well. Ultimately, emotional resilience is a habit that grows with self-awareness, reflection, and practice. Men who cultivate this trait don't just attract women, they command respect, inspire trust, and build connections that are deep, meaningful, and lasting. It is one of the most subtle yet powerful markers of true masculine strength. Purposeful masculinity is about living with intention and direction, rather than simply following the crowd or reacting to circumstances. It's the quality that makes a man stand out because he has a clear sense of who he is and what he wants from life. Women are naturally drawn to men who lead with purpose, because it signals ambition, stability, and the ability to create meaningful impact. A man who knows his goals and acts on them consistently exudes a confidence that is deeply attractive. Purposeful masculinity is not about dominating others or asserting power through aggression. Instead, it is about guiding your life with clarity and strength, making choices that align with your values, and taking responsibility for your actions. When a man approaches life with intentionality, every action, big or small, reflects direction and self-discipline. This creates a sense of reliability, inspiring confidence in those around him. Women sense this energy and are drawn to the steadiness it represents. Living purposefully also means having a vision beyond immediate gratification. A man with purpose invests in his growth, relationships, and long-term goals. He makes decisions that support progress and resilience, rather than acting impulsively or for fleeting validation. This trait shows emotional maturity and a forward-thinking mindset, qualities that women find incredibly attractive because they suggest he can handle life's challenges with composure and force. Purposeful masculinity also involves taking the lead in meaningful ways, whether it's in pursuing a passion, supporting loved ones, or contributing to a larger cause. It's about being proactive rather than reactive, demonstrating initiative without arrogance. Women are naturally drawn to men who act with intention because it signals reliability, competence, and inner strength. Ultimately, a man who embodies purposeful masculinity doesn't just exist. He inspires, motivates, and creates value in his life and the lives of those around him. That sense of direction is magnetic and forms the foundation of lasting attraction. Continuous self-improvement is one of the most powerful habits a man can cultivate, and it plays a central role in attraction. Women are drawn to men who are constantly striving to better themselves, not because they are dissatisfied, but because they have a growth mindset. A man who invests in his mind, body, and spirit demonstrates ambition, discipline, and resilience, all of which signal strength and reliability. This dedication to growth communicates that he values his own life and the quality of the relationships he builds. Self-improvement begins with awareness. A man who recognizes his strengths and weaknesses and works deliberately to enhance his skills or overcome limitations shows maturity and self-respect. Whether it's pursuing knowledge, honing a craft, or developing emotional intelligence, every effort toward growth adds to his presence and confidence. Women notice when a man is intentional about his development because it reflects purpose and determination. Physical health is another key aspect. A disciplined approach to fitness not only improves appearance, but also demonstrates self-control and commitment. Emotional and mental growth are equally important. Men who learn to manage stress, communicate effectively, and respond thoughtfully in challenging situations display a level of composure that is deeply attractive. Continuous self-improvement also fosters adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and a man who evolves alongside challenges and opportunities proves that he can handle change with resilience and grace. This adaptability is magnetic because it shows he is capable of leading, supporting, and thriving, even in uncertain circumstances. Ultimately, self-improvement is not about perfection, it's about progress. A man who actively works on becoming the best version of himself inspires admiration and respect. Women are drawn to that energy because it reflects strength, confidence, and an unwavering commitment to growth. A man committed to self-improvement doesn't just attract women, he commands respect, inspires those around him, and leaves a lasting impact wherever he goes.